I'm back. What do I plan for today? Keep watching. Because I'm looking at my face and I'm feeling like something don't look right. Hi peoples, welcome to my channel, Bernie Playing with Makeup. My name is Bernadette. All my friends and subscribers call me Bernie, so if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I do try to upload 2 videos a week, that is if my Crohn's disease is not bothering me. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That does help me here on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for all of the well wishes I got on my last video. I am feeling better. I'm slowly getting my strength back. I'm slowly learning to digest food again, so I'm getting better. Today's video, what are we doing? We are going to finally be reviewing the foundation that NARS dropped a couple months ago, I think now. We saw this plastered all over YouTube, but we have not yet reviewed it here on Bernie Playing with Makeup. The foundation I'm talking about is this foundation right here, the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. This is the outer packaging. This is what the outside packaging looks like. It's different from NARS's normal packaging. It's a tube and it's also plastic. I like that because it's easier for traveling, and also if you miss and drop it, which I tend to do sometimes. I've broken many foundations. This one I don't have to worry about it so much, so I like that already. And this is more foundation than you normally get from NARS. This is 1.5 fluid ounces and it costs less. So this is $40. You normally get 1 fluid ounce, and NARS foundation price range runs around $49 to $50. So you're already getting more foundation for less money. So good for NARS. Now we're gonna put it to the test. The shade I have is the shade Marquise. My normal shade is Macau. I should have stuck with my normal shade, but I didn't. Based on the videos that I was seeing, it was looking like the shade didn't transfer. Although now I said the shade range is transferred. I should have stuck with that. I didn't. This looks a little bit dark. This looks like it may be right for me in the summer. We're gonna go ahead and put it to the test. You guys know, if you're not new to my channel, I don't really like matte foundations. I prefer my foundations to be more natural finish or a little bit dewy. So I prep my skin a little bit differently for this foundation. I plan on doing a 8-hour wear test, I think. I'm laughing because I don't really like to have makeup on that long, but it's early enough in the day for me to be able to give you guys an 8-hour wear test. I have prepped my face a little bit differently. So I prepped my face. I have a little bit of facial oil on so that my face don't look too dry. I don't know how mattifying this is. It's supposed to be soft matte, so I'm not expecting it to suck out all of the moisture out of my skin, but just in case, I did prep my face a little bit differently. Before we get into any kind of makeup, we know on this channel what we always do. We always apply sunscreen as a reminder to everyone that sunscreen should be a part of our skincare routine. Today's sunscreen is the one that I love, the LANCOME Visionaire sunscreen. I did finish my skincare routine about an hour ago, and I've already put some sunscreen on, so I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more. No matter what your skin color is, sunscreen should be a part of your skincare routine because sun damages your skin irrespective of its color. Whilst I let my skin absorb that sunscreen, I'm gonna put a little bit of this eye balm from LANCOME underneath my eyes. I do always link this eye balm in the description bar in case anyone is interested in trying it. It is a bit on the expensive side, but you don't need very much of it. My skin type is combination oily T-zone, and then the rest of my face is normal. I'm gonna prime my face using a hydrating primer. I'm gonna be using a hydrating primer from Fenty. If you're using a matte foundation, unless you really want your face to be matte, or you have really oily skin, I wouldn't recommend priming with a mattifying primer. I've been doing my foundation a lot different. I have been going in with my contour and my highlight product first, and then I've been going in with foundation on top of it. I find that gives me a more flawless base, as well as I don't have to worry about the lines of demarcation. So that is the technique I'm going to be using. This is not a technique I discovered. You can look on YouTube and you will see this technique. A lot of people do it differently. I'm just going to show you how I do it. I'm going to start with my contour product, which is going to be the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Cocoa. Use this little brush right here to blend out my contour. NARS relaunched their soft matte concealer when they launched the foundation. I've always wanted to play with this, but I never really picked it up. I was trying to do my eyebrows first, and I tried to play with this. This is extremely matte. I'm gonna put a little bit of it underneath my eyes. So let's see how that's gonna go. I use a concealer brush to do that. This is the shade Amande, by the way. It's a full coverage concealer, but it is a very matte concealer, which isn't like the type of concealer I would like for under my eyes, because I feel like it will crease easily. I'm not sure like how much drying down this type of product needs, since I've never really used it before. I will probably, let me blend out what's here first. See how this is gonna blend. Actually, I was supposed to let you know when I was editing that video where I used the McGrath concealer brush, that actually blend really good, I must say. I still think the brush is overpriced, but the brush blends, it blended well. Yeah, the concealer is blending pretty well. I saw some of your comments for a review of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I didn't realize that was some of the footage that I didn't have. And since I had so much footage, I didn't want to just chuck the video. But I saw your comments of a full video with the Charlotte Tilbury powders and the foundation is in the works. So just keep your notification bells turned on. That's coming. And I also thought a discussion about whether I should do the reviews and I do appreciate the amount of confidence expressed in my abilities to do the review and to be transparent and not just do a review where I like everything and I'm not being fully transparent and giving an unbiased opinion. Because y'all know, I'll tell you, if it's good, I'll say it's good, and if it's not, I'm like, you know, like with this foundation, I also have the Too Faced foundation, a soft matte foundation as well. I'm going to also do a review, hopefully this week. If not this week, definitely. Oh, what this week is? This week for sure. I'm going to try to get that up. So that way, if you're thinking about treating yourself, you could decide if you need both, because they're both soft matte, and I want to see, because I haven't played with that one at all, I want to see what the differences are between the two and give you guys my feedback. So if you're thinking about treating yourself, or if someone is going to be buying you a gift, you could decide, well, do I want the NARS or do I want the Too Faced? Or you could be a baller and you could be like, no, I want both. That's up to you. So I'll try to get that video out. Christmas is not going to be a big event here in our household, so I am not mindful of when Christmas shopping ends. I'm just ready for 2020 in general to be over. Let's get to the star of the show, the soft matte foundation. A little bit of this foundation is supposed to go a long way. It's a full coverage foundation. This technique helps you to save foundation because you already have your contour on, you already have your concealer on, so you really don't need that much foundation. So I'm going to squeeze out what I believe is the equivalent of one pump. If there was one downfall with this packaging, it is that it doesn't have a pump. You know, the Fenty Beauty has I think their hydrating foundation is in a tube, but it has a pump. I like when foundations have a pump because that way I can control how much foundation I'm using. I know it's a pump or a pump and a half or two. When it's a squeezy tube, I can't really say how much pumps I'm using. This method it's not intended to be like a no foundation type look. It's just you're using less product. You see, it's a bit darker. Reviews had me so messed up that I even have New Caledonia. That should tell you how, like, they did a horrible job on YouTube when they were reviewing these. It was like a hysteria. I swear, I think I almost drove my husband crazy trying to like look at YouTube reviews and figure out what my shade actually was. And I kept telling them I wear Macau in NARS, and then he is not all that helpful because he swears I am 100 shades darker than what I actually am. I don't know what he's be looking at. I don't know who he's be looking at, because he'll be like, no, that's too light for you. And I'm like, dude, but that's what I just wear. That's my color. That's my shade. He's like, nope, that's too light for you. He was convinced New Caledonia was my shade. And as you can see, Marquise is dark. Babes, you want to take a look at Marquise? Have anything to say? Yeah, he just took a look and gone because he was convinced New Caledonia was too light for me. I had to try to explain to him studio lights and how you have to look at the person, how bright the person may have their studio lights turned up, which is a huge disservice, I believe, to your viewers. This is not shade. I don't know this person. There was one review I was watching, and she was, hold on, let's see. So I was watching this review, and this person, she was going on about the shade range and how there wasn't a shade, the shades, she couldn't find a shade dark enough for her. I was puzzled. That one really had me puzzled. I was beyond puzzled. I was like, whoa, why is she saying there isn't a shade for her? Because she's not a dark, she was not a dark person. And she was saying that there wasn't a shade for her, and how she, so, because of COVID, Sephora isn't letting you sample stuff, but she had a hard time finding a shade. And so eventually, I guess the person who was helping her, they told her it was down to Marquise or Macau. And I was like, Marquise or Macau? Wait. I was like, sweetie, that's not your shade. That can't be your shade. Because I'm looking at her skin tone on camera, and I'm like, sweetie, that can't be your shade. That's gonna be too dark for you. That's what that one really threw me off. Because I was like, that's gonna be too dark for you, sweetie. That can't be your shade. So she pulled it out, and I think it was Macau. She pulled it out, and I was like, Macau? How could Macau be your shade if Macau is my shade? And she put it on. It looked okay on camera, but she was still complaining that it was too dark in person. She was like, y'all not seeing what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is dark. It's too dark. And I was like, whoa, like, sweetie, turn them lights down. You do it, like, turn them lights down. So, like, sometimes, because I know, like, when we watch YouTube, we look at people for shade reference. We look to the person for shade reference. Well, sweetie, I was like, you doing your subscribers a huge disfavor, because if they're looking to you for shade reference, and my shade is too dark for you, and I'm looking at you like there's no way I can look out as a shade reference. The shade, she's way lighter than me. Like, sweetie, I'm gonna brighten under my eyes a little bit more. These concealers from McGrath. I think once you get these, you can't go back. If you're looking for a full coverage concealer, once you touch the McGrath, you ain't going back. And this is a shade number 23. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of shade number 23. Like most people, I thought McGrath's concealer was gonna be the light coverage, like the foundation. I wasn't expecting this full coverage. But she was like, I ain't playing with y'all. Like, I mean, if you want Mother Pat, you're getting buying full coverage in your face concealer. I ain't complaining, I'm here for it. Especially because of how easy it is to blend. It just blends like so effortlessly. Depending on how bright you want your concealer, how comfortable you are with your concealer, you could totally skip this part out. You see how I drag my concealer all the way out to here? And my face is a little bit not so fluffy right now. That's because I've been going through stuff with Crohn's and not being able to eat. But I still don't like my concealer dry all the way out there. The only reason why I didn't mind doing that was because I know I was going to be coming back in with some more foundation. So I'm bringing that foundation back in some more over it. And that's going to tone that down for me. I know some people do that, and whatever makes you happy. Makeup is personal. Whatever makes you happy. Now, what I live by is makeup should accentuate your beauty without highlighting your flaws. So if you have a fluffy face, not wide, if you have a fluffy face, you don't want your highlighted areas, because remember we highlight certain portions of our face because that's where the light is gonna hit, and that's where we want the attention to be brought to. So you don't want, if your face is fluffy, you don't want to bring attention to that. At least I know I don't want to. People start asking me stupid questions like, well, not asking me, but start congratulating me because I don't have any kids. People start congratulating me on my pregnancy and upsetting my soul. And they be so excited for you. One time I had gained so much weight from, I was taking like a double dose of steroids for my chronic pain, and whilst they were trying to figure out what they were gonna put me on, I was post-op from my first Crohn's sinus surgery, so they were trying to figure out what they was gonna put me on for Crohn's, and I just ballooned out of weight. My weight got out of control. So I literally went from like a size 0 to a size 12 in a matter of weeks, it felt like to me. So I'm already self-conscious about this. And people are congratulating me on my twins. It takes everything out of you not to curse them out. And then they're so excited for you because you don't have any kids. They're so excited for you. And, oh my God, you're having a baby. Oh. Or they would ask you stupid questions like if you had to buy new clothes. Bitch, I was a size 0. And you see how big I am now. You think I didn't have to buy new clothes? No, I'm Houdini. So I was able to magically transfer my 170-pound body into my size 0 clothes. Everything in my closet was size 0, size 2. So no, I didn't have to go and buy new clothes. I just magically transferred my body into that. Like, be sensitive. Stop asking me stupid questions. And then I think it was when we went to Philadelphia to see the pelvic pain specialist. He changed one of the meds. He changed one of the meds and added something else. And that's how I lost the weight. And even now, that same med, I still have to go on it sometimes. And you can always tell when I'm on it because here comes that weight. Yeah, this is gonna be my powder. This powder, it gives you that filtered effect. And on that video, I noticed that y'all didn't see me setting because I was blocking it. But my only problem with this, or my only one thing I would say with this, is that it is powdery. I guess there was no other way for it to be formulated than for it to be this powdery, but it is powdery, y'all. It's powdery. And my part, I don't know if that mirror needed to really be that small. So you can see this time right here. I think Miss Laura can get abandoned for a minute. TAOS, me and Mother Pat get acquainted, at least for under my eyes. I think Mother Pat. I think Mother Pat captured me. It looks like I have a filter on my face when I don't. And I love that it's not heavy. It is so light. She's so pretty. Lastly, I felt like Pat McGrath got robbed with Allura's Best in Beauty for her foundation, but she got it this year. I hope this powder and concealer gets it next year. I'm gonna do a little bit of baking on the side of my nose so I can grab Miss Laura. Let her know that I still love her. I'm gonna use the medium deep Laura Mercier translucent powder to set my face. I don't feel like wasting a lot of time setting my face. I like to grab this big brush from La Mer. The bronzer, I wanted to try this NARS bronzer. Now this bronzer have a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't think it's too much shimmer. This is the NARS, what is it called? Oh, it's just a bronzer powder. This is in the shade PUNTA. It have a wee bit of shimmer. Let's see how much shimmer it have on it. Okay, let's see. Y'all know how much I like bronzer. Let's see if I can get a good deep. See how flat my face looks? I want to bring some warmth. Let's start bringing her back to life. She look kind of flat and dead. Y'all know I love me a bronzer. She's pretty. In person, I don't know if she's pulling up on camera, but in person, oh yeah. She's pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty in person. I think this was the darkest shade they had in this. She's pretty in person. You can see the shimmer in person, but I feel like you can't see it on camera. So I may have to grab something else, because on camera it's not picking up, it's not giving me that warmth I want to show. Put a little bit more of that shimmer bronzer on top. Let me fill in my eyebrows right quick. guys know the drill. I'm almost done, so I'm gonna stop here, put on something nice for y'all, take off my comfy, and I'll be back so we could wrap this video up. All right, I am back and we are almost done. Trying to figure out what color blush I want to use. I want to use a blush from NARS, and I'm trying to find something that goes with this little look we have going on. I think I'm gonna go with this one here, TAOS. That's this one here. I think she'll go. Let's try her. I don't think I've flavored this before. She looks a little bit, she looks a little bit more pinky. I wanted something that's a little bit more on the peachy tone side. Whereas in person, she's looking more in the pan, I guess. I guess in the pan and on the brush, she looked pink, but on my face, not so much. I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. It smells so good. I'm just using the same color I have. I'm just using the same shade I have in my inner corner highlight to highlight my brow bone, and it's from the Dominic Cosmetics Prism Glow Highlighter Palette. I'm gonna try McGrath mascara. What's the name of this mascara? I normally like to prime my eyelashes if I put mascara on, but I'm gonna try this mascara without doing that. This is the Black Star mascara. This is the packaging, and this is the wand. Not my favorite kind of wand. My lashes are very fine, so these type of wands I really don't like, but we'll see. I like my wands to be really fine, small wands. Oh, okay, Pat. All right, so from the first, okay. So I definitely brought my eyelashes out and it thickened them, but this side is never as full as the other one. This side is, but I did have to use my lash styler to like declunk them, if you will, because that's the reason why I say I don't like this type of wand, because a lot of product gets stuck in it. Move on to my lips. I'm gonna try a nude lip combo. I've been feeling the nudes lately for my lips. Normally I don't like nude lipstick, but lately I've been feeling them, and I've been finding new combos that were in my collection that I hadn't been playing with. Today I'm gonna be trying a new one. My matte chestnut lip liner is down to its bare bones. You guys know this is my favorite. It's almost done. Gotta get me another one. I have this little kit from Jouer Cosmetics. It's a little lippy trio. It has this cute little lip liner and it has a very small lip. This is a liquid lipstick, and it has a lip gloss. The lip gloss is a glitter lip gloss. The lip liner doesn't work for me, but the liquid lipstick I tried last night, and with the lip liner I have on, I liked it, so I'm gonna try it today. Beautiful nude lip. This is how it looks if I leave it matte, but I don't like my lips to be matte. It looks too dry. I'm gonna go over it with some of this lip gloss from MAC. Okay, so this is us. This is what we've come up with. I like the vibes. The peachy little vibes we have going on. I like it. All right, so let's talk about it. You know what I didn't do? Y'all didn't even remind me to do it. Y'all know I had to buff in my product with my Charlotte Tilbury. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all don't even help a sister remember what all she gotta do. Cause I'm looking at my face and I'm feeling like something don't look right. After I put my makeup on, I always like to take a finishing powder and buff everything together, in, just so it looks seamless, everything blends in. Oh, get on my nerves. The soft matte foundation, it's a mattifying foundation, but the description soft matte, that definitely does fit the foundation. Normally, the reason why I don't like a foundation that has matte in it is I feel like it sucks all of the moisture away from my skin. My face looks cakey, it looks dry. That's why I don't like it. Right now, I've had the foundation on since about 11 o'clock. It's just after 1 o'clock. My face doesn't look dry. It has a healthy glow to it, which I like. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna wear this for about 8 hours. But for right now, I don't feel like I even have any product on. It's a full coverage foundation. I feel like it really covered my face up, and I don't feel like I have a lot of product on. My face doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything like that. So for right now, I'm loving the foundation. That's my initial impression of the foundation. The NARS bronzer. I'm a bit disappointed in the bronzer. I don't feel like I got the depth that I was looking for. I didn't get the type of warmth that I like in a bronzer. I like my bronzers to really warm my face up and start to bring the life back into my skin. I don't feel like I got that from this. Maybe it's how I put my base on. So I'm gonna have to, I'll give this a second chance. I will do my makeup the way I normally do it and then see if I get a different result. If not, then maybe I may try to get from NARS the non-shimmery one, because this also comes in a matte one. So I may try that and see if PUNTA contour in that has more depth. I don't know. That's just my initial thoughts from using this the first time. The McGrath mascara. Now, looking at my eyelashes in the mirror, my initial thoughts on this was, there's nothing special about this. It's not worth $30. That was my initial thought as I was applying this, because anytime I have to pull out my lash styler to help me with a mascara, that's how I feel, whether it's high-end or not. And I don't like mascaras that have this type of wand. And I was saying, like, what's the point of paying $30 for a mascara if you have to use it with falsies? As the mascara has settled in, it's had time to sit down. I only gone in with one coat. Looking at my eyelashes, I think you could even see it on camera, I've changed my mind. The mascara has brought, like, I think if I go in with one more coat, you may not be able to tell that this is my actual lashes and I don't have like a natural looking pair of falsies on. It has pulled my lashes out. It's made my lashes look thicker than my lashes are. My lashes are very fine. And looking at my lashes, they look thick and they're very fine, and it definitely has drawn them out. Now I barely have any lashes on my bottom lashes, so, and then because of the size of the wand, there's no way I'm gonna take a chance trying to put it under there to see what it'll do. But I definitely changed my mind after this mascara has had time to settle. So yeah, I like this mascara. I know it's $30. I think she still has a sale going on. I did pin that in my last video. If the sale, I'm gonna edit this video whilst I'm doing the wear test. I'm gonna be editing this video, so I got this video out tomorrow. If the sale is still going on, I'm gonna pin that in the comments again, because this goes for $30. But yeah, I definitely think this mascara is worth it. I think it's worth it, because if it could do what it's done to my eyelashes, I can only imagine if you have some eyelashes, what this will do to your eyelashes. So yeah, I definitely think this is worth the $30. And as I said in my previous video, wait for a sale if you need to. There's no need to run and go and buy it. You could always wait for a sale. The other new thing I use, I mean, it's not new on the market. I can't remember how long I even had this little kit, that new kit from Jouer. I really love this nude combo. That is it for today's video. As always, guys, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I do appreciate it. If you are not yet a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribership is still free, so go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell, because you want to be notified the next time I upload a new video. Until next time, guys, please be safe. Bye. So it's 7 o'clock. I am on my iPhone. In fact, bring my computer back out here to set up and turn on my lights and everything back on. So this is how the makeup is looking. I can see oils peeking through right here, and then my nose always gets shiny. Everywhere else seems to be holding up really well. I think it's supposed to be like a 16-hour wear, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it said 16 hours. If I'm mistaken, I'm gonna put it in the description bar. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 16 hours. I've had it on since 11 o'clock. That's not 16 hours. But overall, I think it's holding up pretty well. Brush I used for powder, I'm gonna use that and just blot a little bit and just see how much work it's going to take to kind of just bring her back down to being matte. I'm not putting any more product on the brush. I'm just gonna, whatever product is left from when I recorded earlier, I'm just gonna blot right. Oh, this footage can be shaky. So I'm just gonna blot right there, up here. Okay, and so it's back. All right, yeah, I did take my lipstick off. Sorry about that, but listen, yeah. All right, my final thoughts. The foundation is comfortable to wear. The foundation does not wear like a typical matte foundation. I think it does live up to its name of being soft matte. It's not uncomfortable. I don't feel like my face is dry or cakey or anything like that. Would I recommend this foundation? Yes. If you have normal to dry skin, I believe you should prep your skin a little bit differently. Use more hydrating products, because it is the mattifying foundation. If you have oily skin and you're looking for a foundation that's gonna hold all of your oils under control for 8 hours, use a mattifying primer, because by itself, I don't believe that this foundation can do that. Just because it did show, you did see oil in my T-zone, and that's in my oily areas. Other than that, I don't have any issues with the foundation. I would definitely recommend this foundation. So that is my final take on this foundation.